All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Wahab Kodash. I want to say double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone for teaching His word in truth and sincerity, and for ruling well. And salutations to my fellow Asim across the four corners of the globe, preaching and prophesying in the name of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. It is the brother Gabar Yahweh from GMS Hawaii, coming to you with another lesson. Today's lesson is on Cristobal Colon. Today is Monday, October 11th, 2021, year of hastening the coming of our Lord Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai. Okay, and His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai, man. And what inspired this lesson was a video that I'd saved on Instagram from one of the NBA coaches. His name is Popovich, Greg Popovich. Okay, and which he might be a Jake, man, through the spirit, man. You never know. But he even talks about Cristobal Colon and the fact that they're celebrating it in San Antonio School District. All right, and I'll let this play and then I'll do the lesson.
Yeah, I think the proclamation, you mentioned that, but it made me think a little bit beyond. I think the proclamation was obviously appropriate, important, needed, and all those sorts of things. But I'm a little confused about our city and why it's Indigenous Peoples Day / Columbus Day. Columbus. I mean, he initiated a New World genocide. That's what he did. And beginning with him and what he set in motion and what followed meant the annihilation of every indigenous person in Hispaniola, which was Haiti and the Dominican Republic today. That's what he did. He took slaves, he mutilated, he murdered, and we're gonna say slash and honor him. Well, I got to give the San Antonio Independent School District a little bit of credit because at least they added Indigenous Peoples Day along with it, and that's a step in the right direction. But what the hell is Alamo Heights thinking? It's Columbus Day. That's why they're off on Monday. Maybe there's something I'm missing and I'm ignorant, but it makes me feel like they're living in a phone booth. And they're
Which so you heard Greg Popovich speak about how America was established. Not just America, but how the Americas were established. Because Cristobal Colon was the beginning of the end of all the Northern Kingdom here in the Americas. Starting off with Hispaniola, going all the way down to South America, Central America, up to Central America, ultimately up to North America and Canada. Okay? Which these whole continents are called the Americas, man. All right? The Cristobal Colon introduced the Edomites invasion over here to the Americas, and he knew exactly what he was doing when he came to the Americas. It wasn't by accident. He wasn't trying to find a quicker way to go to the Spice Islands in East India. He didn't care about that. What he wanted to do was take over a new land, because he read the book of Esdras. Okay, he read the book of Esdras, which said where the children of the Northern Kingdom had went, the so-called 10 lost tribes, man. This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 3. It's like Second Esdras 3, might be 4. It's like, just bear with me. Second Esdras 2 and 40. Salakia. This is Second Esdras chapter 13, verse 40. It said, "These are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasseh, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, so they came into another land. That another land was the Americas. But they took this counsel amongst themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country of Salakia. So he took him into another land, Salakia, when Shalmaneser king took the northern kingdom into the land of the Assyria. Okay, but this with the with tribes came up to it. They said, but they took this counsel amongst themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, and that further country where never mankind dwelt is the Americas. All right, there was nobody living over here, but they knew about this because King Solomon used to send ships over to the Americas every once every 3 years. They would come back with gifts and whatnot, right? So that's how they knew about this place, man. Because it was no nations dwelling in Americas when they came. It was no nations dwelling on the Caribbean islands when they came, man. Okay. It says that they might keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. And so Cristobal Colon, he being a traveler that he was, the so-called expeditionary individual that he was, and trying to find riches and wealth, he knew about this land and nobody else was coming over here. So he wanted to see if he could do it. And he found the land of Hispaniola. And then once he found it, he just opened the floodgates for the rest of the devils that come to seek riches, wealth, fame, and glory. And when they did it, they destroyed our people. The people that they destroyed when they came to the Americas were not indigenous people. The people that they destroyed when they came to the Americas, starting out with the Caribbean islands, were were Israelites, the children of Israel. You know, so it says 9 reasons Christopher Columbus, which that wasn't even really his real name. His name was Cristobal Colon, and he was a crypto Jew. All right, he was an Amalekite, was a murderer, tyrant, and scoundrel. Why do we even celebrate Columbus Day? All right, and this is in 2015, October 12, 2015. It says, which is uh, uh, almost 6 years ago. It's somewhat old. It's somewhat old hat at this point out at this point to point out that Christopher Columbus is whose name children are off school and mail isn't delivered today, was a homicidal tyrant who initiated the two greatest crimes in history. It says in the Western Hemisphere, the Atlantic slave trade and the American Indigenous genocide. Which the Atlantic slave trade and the American Indian genocide, those are the children of Israel. Those are the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom. All right. It says rehashing all his crimes would require a much longer article, not least because evaluating the claims of contemporary primary sources is a somewhat tricky historiological enterprise. Philadelphia Magazine, Michael Cord, has a good survey on Howard Zinn's work on his controversial, but you can find a good excerpt. It says Columbus kidnapped Carib women and gave her to a crew member to rape. This is Green Michael de Quano, who participated in Columbus' second expedition to the Americas. While I was on a boat, I captured a very beautiful woman whom the Lord Admiral Columbus gave to me. When he had taken her to the cabin, she was naked. When I had taken her to the cabin, she was naked, as was their custom. I was filled with the desire to take my pleasure with her and attempted to satisfy my desire. She was unwilling, so treated me with her nails that I wished I had never begun. I then took a piece of rope and whipped her soundly, and she let forth such an incredible scream that you would not have believed your ears. Eventually, he came to such term. We came to such terms, I assure you, that you would have thought she had been brought up in a school of horrors, man. Yeah, so he raped her. He raped this woman. It's just, in Hispaniola, a member of Columbus' crew publicly cut off Israelite ears to shock others into submission, man. It says Alonzo de Ojeda after an attack by more than 2,000 Israelite Colombians had an underling Alonzo de Ojeda bring him 3 Indian leaders, whom Columbus then ordered publicly beheaded. Ojeda also ordered his men to grab another Israelite, bring him into the middle of his village, and cut off his ears in retribution for the Israelites failing to help Indians, failing to be helpful to the Spaniards uh, when fording a stream. Columbus kidnapped and enslaved more than 1,000 people in Hispaniola, right? And he brought them back to Spain. It says, according to Columbus, or Quino, Columbus ordered 1,500 men, women seized, letting 400 go, and condemning 500 to be sent to Spain, and another 600 to be enslaved by Spanish men remaining on the islands. About 200 to 500 sent to Spain died on the voyage and were thrown to the and by the Spanish into the Atlantic. So they didn't even care. They didn't care, and this is the man you celebrate. Columbus forced Israelites to collect gold for him or else die. About 50,000 Israelites committed mass suicide rather than comply with the Spanish. And the Spanish, these were Edomites. 56 years after Columbus' first voyage, only 500 out of the 300,000 Indians remained in Hispaniola. Columbus was also horrible to Spanish under his rule, man. Settler under Columbus sold 9 and 10-year-old girls into sexual slavery. This one he admitted himself in a letter to Donna Juan de la Torre, a friend of the Spanish queen. There are plenty of dealers who go about looking for girls. Those 9 and 10 are now in demand, and for all ages a good price must be paid. Indian slaves were beheaded when their Spanish captors couldn't be bothered to untie them. Shit is crazy, man. So this man had his way, but this is the man you celebrate. And America is all about celebrating the evil, despotic people, uh, primarily of Edomite ilk, man. From all your presidents to all your senators to all these so-called people of notability, they're all despotic, evil individuals, man. This is Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city, it is full of lies and robbery, the prey departeth not. Right, and America is that bloody city, and that includes the Caribbean islands, man. Those are a part of this place, man. But chiefly talking about North America. Chiefly talking about North America, okay? This whole place was established on people like him, Edomites like him, you know, demonic demons who established this place by blood, man, and lies and robbery. In the prey, who are the prey? We are the prey, the Israelites. The part not. That's the reason why they keeping uh uh Hispaniola, what they call Hispaniola, um, they keeping it separate and divided, and they destroying the tribe of Levi and the tribe of Simeon, man. It says the 5 atrocities committed by Christopher Columbus, man. And it was more than 5 atrocities, right? Slavery and gold, blood for gold, cruelty, mass genocide. So this man introduced all of this on a behest of his Edomite rulers, man. The people that ruled over him, that financed this whole thing, this scheme, right? But this is America. This is Psalms chapter 12, verse 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted, man. And this dude, he's an example of one of the vilest men. He an Edomite, he a murderer, a liar, a thief, he's a rapist, a liar. And so they're exalted. All these evil men, all these vile men are exalted. Why? Because the wicked walk on every side, man. When you look up that word for violence in the Hebrew, the Hebrew word there is zalawath. Zalawath. It says vileness, worthlessness, man. Perhaps tempest violence, man. So Esau, Edom, these leaders that you put up, that you celebrate in statue, that you celebrate in holiday, that you celebrate in a memorandum, a memoriam, Salakia, that you celebrate in memoriam, they're all vile individuals, worthless individuals. If you really knew who exactly they were and the things that they did, like Andrew Jackson, they call him the Indian killer. All right, but they put this nigga on a $20 bills. They put it his pictures all over Washington D.C. They got a statue that you worship this dude, Abraham Lincoln, another vile individual. All these presidents of the United States. Okay, because what did they do? Did they bring peace when they came? No, they've never brought that. All they brought was death, destruction. They were walking plagues. They brought diseases with them. All right, and this is what the devil does, man. When he comes to you, man. This is Habakkuk 2:13. Behold, I'm sorry, Habakkuk chapter 2. I'll just go straight to the point. In 16, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also. Let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And that shameful spewing is disgrace, is on your glory. Because see, they just started in the last decade. They just started. People started championing against Christopher Columbus Day. All right. But all of these days when you worship people, even Martin Luther King Day, that dude was a demon, a raging sodomite. He wasn't somebody that you should be glorifying, but they glorified him in death when he was in alive. They hated this nigga. Even President, what's his dude name? What's the dude name? JFK and his wife hated this man. You know. Meanwhile, they were doing worse things than he was doing. Right. But again, because the violence, the wicked walk on every side, the vilest men are exalted, man. All right. This is back in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. And shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. So you're going to drink also from the Lord's right hand, because that's what that judgment was the Lord's right hand for what we've done, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. The whole transatlantic slave trade was the Lord setting right what we made wrong. But he used you devils to do it, and you devils, you took over advantage to do what you did to us, man. So you're gonna pay for that, man. Right? You're gonna pay for that. St. John 10:10. The thief cometh not but to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly, man. And so Esau, Edom, he's the thief. When he comes, he's coming not to make peace with you. He's coming not to live with you. He's coming to steal and to kill and to destroy you, man. Right? Psalm 73 and 6. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. So these devils, they wear violence, man. Okay? They wear violence, all right, as a chain, a necklace. Violence is nothing to them. Blood is nothing to them. You know? This devil said they should subjugate them all, man. You know? In his journal, Columbus didn't mince words about his intentions after meeting the Arawak natives in the Bahamas in 1492. He described the encounter thusly: they brought us parrots and balls of cotton and spears and many other things. They willingly traded everything they owned. They were well built with good bodies, handsome features. They do not bear arms and do not know them. For I showed them a sword. They took it by the edge and cut themselves out of ignorance. They have no iron. Their spears are made of cane. They would make fine servants. With 50 men, we could subjugate them all and make them do whatever we want. Columbus would add, as soon as I arrived in the Indies on the first island which I found, I took some of the natives by force in order that they might learn and might give me information of whatever there is in these parts. Which he wanted gold. He had a gold lust, man. So this dude was vile, man. This dude was wicked, man. And this is the guy that everybody got a day off for. And the people, they don't care because they're so overworked and underpaid. They just want a day off. But you're not thinking that, hey, you're still celebrating. You're getting a day off to celebrate a demon, man. But this is what the wicked do. In the kingdom of heaven, ain't no vile man gonna be exalted. Okay? Only the righteous, man. Starting off with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Ain't nobody's gonna remember no wicked demon name. This dude not even gonna make that. He's not even gonna like Jake Death don't make the front page. He's not even gonna make the obituaries, man. You know? This is St. Matthew chapter 11, verse 12. And from those days, and from the days of John the Baptist, let me read it again. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. So who is the kingdom of heaven? We are the kingdom of heaven, the Israelites. Okay? And who is the violent? Esau, Edom. And they take it by force. This was happening in the land of Israel. This was happening in the Americas in the 1492s and onward, man. Because America wasn't established on a peaceable terms. America wasn't established on righteousness and goodness and Yahweh Shem Shai. It wasn't established on the laws, statute commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai, the Bible. It was established on death and murder and destruction and violence. All right? That's the way that you Edomites got the ability to say that you're a proud American, man. Look at everywhere this man is went, is he destabilized the land, just like he does now. This is Daniel 9 and 12. And he had confirmed his word, which he spake against us and against our judges that judge us by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem. So no other nation has been destroyed and overcome the way we've been destroyed and overcome, thrown in and out of slavery, in and out of captivity. You other nations never suffered the way we suffer, man. But that's okay because you're about to. You're about to witness this in full force, man. The full wrath of Yahweh Shem Shai. And he's not gonna let up, man. Ain't gonna be no day of rest outside of the Sabbath for you. Ain't gonna be no liquor, no drugs, no women, unless we give them to you and you bringing more Edomites back into the world. Ain't gonna be no rest for you outside of that. You're gonna be destroyed from can't see in the morning to can't see at night for 1,000 long years, man. We're gonna get all of that. This is Leviticus 6 and Salakia. Leviticus 6 and 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, if a soul sin and commit a trespass against the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, and lie unto his neighbor in that which was delivered him to keep, or in fellowship, or in a thing taken away by violence, or have or deceived his neighbor, or have found that which was lost, and lieth concerning it, and swear falsely, and any of all these that man doth that a man doth sinning therein, then it shall be because he have sinned and is guilty, that he shall restore that which he took violently away, or the thing which he have deceitfully gotten, or that which was delivered him to keep, or the loss which he found. So you Edomites, you did this. So you committed a sin. You broke all the laws. But I'm just bringing one out because I typed in the word violence. So if you take something from somebody about violence, you got to restore that which you stole. If you get it falsely, you got to restore it, man. All right, you gotta restore it. All right. So just showing you that you Edomites, you committed sin to establish this place. That's why this place is the home and heart of iniquity, man. This is Psalms 11 and 5. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. So that's another reason why the Lord hates you Edomites, man. Because you love violence, man. You love violence. You're not righteous. I don't care if you call yourself a Jew. You're the wicked. You're the wicked. And the Lord's going to have his day with you, man. This is uh Psalms 58 and 2. Yea, in heart ye work wickedness, and weigh the violence of your hand in the earth. And that's what you do. In your heart, you weigh, you work, you in your heart and your mind, you work, let me read it again. Yea, in heart, you work wickedness, and you weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. So in your mind, you're always thinking about wickedness, how you can just do some wickedness and evil. And the violence of your hand is in the earth. The proof, the proof of the violence of your hands is all throughout the earth, man. Just like establishing the Americas. It's all in your hands. And that show you that Esau don't care about the children of Israel. He don't care. Blood is nothing to him. And that's why the scriptures also says, since thou hast not hated blood, blood shall pursue thee. So you won't be pursued, man. And that's a day that all you Edomites are scared of, man. You scared of the day of payback, man. But nothing you can do is going to stop that. It's coming. Proverbs 4:17. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. You see? And that's what the devil do. That's what Esau does, man. Proverbs 10:6. Blessings are upon the head of the just, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. And that's you Edomites. That's you Edomites. On this Columbus Day, it used to be parades. They used to have big parades all throughout America, man. Columbus Columbus Day parade, man. But now they want to share it with Indigenous Day people. Well, what do you do for Indigenous People Day? You don't do shit. You don't learn nothing about the so-called indigenous people, which is really the Israelites. All you learn is that they got taken over, and that's it. Now you want to land. Now you Edomites get to walk in pride on this same land that's stolen. Stolen, right? You're the devil, man. You're the devil, man. And the Most High is going to destroy you. And you see people lamenting. Popovich holds his head like, man, like, what's wrong with you people, man? But that's okay because true judgment is coming for you, man. Because, hey, man, you started it all, man. You were the start of it all. You didn't want to open the gates for people like the rest of the conquistadors to come over here and do whatever they want. The Catholic Church to come over here and do whatever they want. Everybody hold De Las Casas up as this guy, as a truther. But he's nothing but a devil too. Because he had heart for the Northern Kingdom. But then he was like, when it came to the Southern Kingdom, the so-called Negro, he was like, hey, replace the slaves with them niggas, man. They work harder. They work longer. He didn't do anything to stop Cristobal Colon or the rest of these conquistadors from doing the wickedness that they did. He sat there and watched it and cataloged it, man. But it just evidence to use of a guy like this, man. When the wicked walk on every side, the valorous men are exalted, man. Just like you see your modern day vile men being exalted. Your Jeff Bezos, your what's this nigga name? Bill Gates. All right, these individuals, they're being exalted. Elon Musk, a bunch of fucking losers being set up by the super elite, and everybody champions these people because they got money. They're supposed to be captains of their industry. And when you sit down and talk to these people, you realize these niggas is dumb, man. Like they are dumb. But the super elite, those are the ones that's smart behind them. But when you have a conversation with these individuals, they don't make no fucking sense at all, man. You know? All they know is death, destruction, man. And so that's what you're going to get, right? That's what that one say, Shalom, on to the next.